Welcome! This is Manny Nowak, Success Coaching Secrets for a Better World. If you haven't been with us before, welcome. If you've been with us before, welcome back. Because today we're going to talk about walking on water. Have you ever seen yourself do it? When we're done, you'll be able to see yourself do it. Are you ready to make next year your best year ever? I mean, are you really ready to make next year your best year ever? Are you ready to do what you need to do to make it happen? And are you sure? How'd you do this year? Did you accomplish what you set out to do? When last year, when you were sitting down, you had a plan. You had goals. How'd you do? Did you give it your best effort? And are you sure you gave it your best effort? You know that 90% of the people out there have lost their motivation and drive by the end of January. 90%. Another 8% gone by the end of the first quarter. And that, in essence, leaves us with 2%. 2% of the people make it happen. Are you ready next year? I mean, are you ready next year to be part of the 2%? Are you ready to do what you need to do to make that happen? I have a simple story which took place about 2,000 years ago. And there's this group of fishermen out on a boat. And all of a sudden, they look out into the water, and who's walking on the water toward them but their friend Jesus? And one of the fellows in the boat, a fellow by the name of Peter, calls out to Jesus, and he says to him, "Can I come out there? Let me come out there and walk on that water with you. That's so cool." And of course, Jesus replies, "Come on out." So Peter gets up and flips his legs over the side of the boat, gets on the water, and starts walking on water towards Jesus. And he's doing great. He is walking on the water. He's doing it. But then something happens. He starts thinking about it. He starts thinking about, what's going on here? I'm walking on water. You can't walk on water. I can't be doing this. This is impossible. And self-doubt starts to set in. And what happens? Peter sinks right into the water and gets wet. Now, there's a lot more to the story, but for now, that's all you need. The moral of the story, quite simple. We can do amazing things if we believe we can. When Peter believed he could walk on the water, he had no problem doing it, right? It wasn't until he let that self-doubt, that little bit come in and tell him, you can't do this, that he sunk. When Peter started to get the self-doubt, he sunk. He fell into the water. Are you ready in 2010 or whatever next year is to walk on water? Are you ready to leave the rest behind and to be the best? Are you ready to make it happen for you? Is it time? Is it time you started to really make it happen? Is it time? Think about this. Is it time you settled, or is it time you stopped settling for less? Is it time you went for the best? Is it time to make it happen for you? Is it time for you to be part of the 2% that shine? If it is, there's 4 simple pieces, and we're going to spend more time on each one of these pieces in the next 4 segments. 1 a week. But let me just give you a very basic overview of the four. First is vision. There's that word again, huh? Vision. Where are you going, and why is it you want to get there? Can you feel where you want to go? Can you touch it? Is it in here, inside your gut so bad that nothing's going to stop you? That is vision. You see it. You can see yourself making it happen. That is vision. Number two, a plan. How are you going to get there? And more so, how are you going to measure where you're at? How are you going to know when you're not on path? How are you going to know where you are? How are you going to get to where you want to get to? That's what the plan does. So we have a vision, and we have a plan, and there's two very important things, but the third one makes those two happen, and that's action. Because no matter who we all have seen people out there. They've got the greatest ideas in the world, the greatest vision. They've even put together a plan to get there, but they don't do anything. And action is actually doing something. And then number four is accountability. And this is simply, who's kicking your butt? Who's keeping you accountable? Who's making sure that you are doing what you said you're going to do? Because, you know what? Take it from one who's tried and tried and tried and tried to keep himself accountable. And I'm pretty good, but you can't do it. You need someone else out there. Next year can be your best year ever. But right now, you have to make a commitment. You have to believe you can do it. You have to dedicate yourself to making it happen. And you have to refuse to settle for anything less. Go for it in the next year. And if you need some help, if you think this is wonderful, Manny, but I can't do it, then call me. Accountability is one thing I do better than a lot of other things. Again, it's Manny Nowak, www.mannywak.com. 856-358-4021. This stuff works, and it makes it happen. Success Coaching Secrets for a Better World. I love working with you. We're going to make it happen for you in the next year. You need help? Call us, email us, check us out.